What's going on with it once again, ladies and gentlemen, fanboys and fangirls, bros, women, takas and ikikimoris, Nintendo Sony Free 2011 here, aka Manny with a Ring. Of course, you know the rest of the intros and outros towards this channel, of course. Anyways, and a little bit of a sad, messed up news. If you're a hardcore gamer out there, Sony fan like I am, hence my name, Nintendo Sony Free 2011, which is still around even now. It's in a brand new decade now. It's way, way past 2011 at this point. It's 2020 now. I couldn't name my last name that, but it's too cheesy and tacky. But anyways, yeah, I decided to watch both of these news articles here. It's kind of bland as heck, the first one. The second one's actually pretty good though. But anyways, second one is, I'm just gonna read the title to you. The rest I'll read this here. Mainly on Push Square, it's a lot more convenient. I feel like their sources are a lot more better at certain things. This one, yeah, this one's different though. News 7, Boston, whatever. Sony pulls out of Boston and PAXEast because of the COVID-19. Or it's actually something like that. COVID-19. Which I'm not going to say the full name for it because, yeah, I don't know if there could be people copyright claims or strikes for like saying the whole actual thing. Yeah, so you guys can watch those two videos in the description box down below because they're both articles and videos at the same time. By the way, oh my god, I don't know why they do it. It's funny because even beyond, which is, I'm still glad that they do it, the news reporters and shit like that, that they still have extremely, really beautiful gravy women on there. I'm not gonna lie. Very, very beautiful cheesecake looking women on there. I'm not calling them fat or ugly either. I'm just calling them, it's plainly attractive. I'll just leave it like that. But anyways, you see that word. That's why I'm not saying the whole freaking word there. So, links to the description box down below if you want to read this whole, both the articles on your own, or if you want to watch the thing. Unless you guys live out in Massachusetts, Boston, never went out there. Only two places when I was still living in the East Coast, back in New York, in Harlem, New York, and then in upstate New York was New Jersey and in Pennsylvania. Never went out to Massachusetts, unfortunately. But anyways, yeah, it is what it is. PAX East is gonna be coming, but fortunately, it says PlayStation cancels huge PAX East showing due to the coronavirus. COVID-19 concerns. I almost said the whole word. So anyways, let's keep it moving. Just days of announcing a star-studded PAXEast lineup. Let me go back real quick. Featuring the playable, this is a super long-ass article here, only came out 2 days ago. I've heard about it for almost a month already. And you guys see that? I'm not saying that word. Featuring the PS4 titles like The Last of Us Part 2, Final Fantasy VII Remake, and Doom Eternal, late. Where's Cyberpunk 2077's got to be there too. So I know it got delayed to like April or May. Sony has canceled its plans to attend the convention, which is coming up later this month, and an update with Sony PlayStation Blocks. And I got to talk a little bit low. My roommate's sleeping next door. The company writes, today Sony Interactive Entertainment decided to cancel its participation at PAX East in Boston this year due to increasing concerns of COVID-19. I think I could say that, but eventually in a couple days or weeks from now, it's probably going to be banned too. Also known as the novel, You Know What. We felt that this was the safest option in a situation changing daily. We're disappointed to cancel our participation in the event, but the health and safety of our global workforce is our highest concern. It is no doubt that this is a big blow to Sony, seeing that it is so keen on presenting so many upcoming games to the public, but as always, safety should come first. As far as we know, PAX East itself is still going ahead. With the big companies like Sony and PlayStation pulling out, it is a situation that the attendees will want to keep an eye on it. Overall thoughts, views, and opinions. I know this is the same thing I had mid-late January. It's crazy because it was the same time it was my birthday last month, which sucked. They were having certain problems with the Nintendo Switch, even though it's been out for about 3 good solid years already. And I think by the time this March comes out, it'll be 3 years since it's been out exact. I think March 3rd or 4th or 5th, I think, around one of those days. It's a little bit of a low blow to me. Once again, this does kick me in my nostalgia nuts. Honestly. I don't want to sound like, oh, I'm one of the fucking entitled gamers and shit, but come on, man. Really? Really? You know, people are paying probably hundreds and almost $1,000+ is even getting a line to any play with those PS4 or one of future PS5 games. And unfortunately, I see the reason why they did that. Because I know China, I guess maybe next to Japan and the United States and maybe the UK. I think it's China and Japan. They're like one of the biggest video game. The other Asian countries like South Korea and stuff, and maybe other Asian countries other than that, unless they're unfortunately a little bit more poor third world areas of that spot, which they probably have no idea what technology even is. That'll get into my next segment in a minute. I'm not reading the whole article. I'm going to breeze through it as quick as I can because I really want to get my thoughts, views, and opinions on that as quick as possible. Probably skip the last minute and a half of this video, 13 or 14th minute. But yeah, and that's a real big ass industry for them. That's what all the BS microtransactions on the video games, PC gaming mainly. I think PC is a lot more bigger over there. A lot of CPU games and shit for Sony. Besides Sony, like a lot of like PC gamer stuff, like maybe Microsoft Xbox will be a little bit bigger over there. Maybe I'm just saying, just putting out there, maybe something potentially morely, I'm leaning towards maybe South Korea and China, more than Japan. Japan still needs a lot more growth when it comes to like Microsoft's Xbox One shot. But anyways, this is a little bit more crazy. I've been hearing about this for a very, very long time. I decided not to report on it. I think I mentioned it once in my video about 2 weeks ago. Anyways, yeah, so it says, do fans of the cartoon stars hate real women? And, oh man, I was just watching this dude right here, and so you already know who that is. Mr. Bearded Man himself, a hilarious ass mother effer. Even though I disagree with certain of his things, you pretty much have a good idea what I'm talking about. The fan base of Project Melon's anime cam-girl next to his digital sexuality may overlap with misogynistic concerns of the internet. I don't believe in that fucking word. It's just a bunch of illusion and fucking... It's brainwashing character sheep shit in my opinion. So it says... Project Melanie does... Oh, and I forgot to give credit where credit is due here. Where the hell are my manners at? Oh, Robert Ramsey. Gotta give a shout out to him. I'm not giving no shout out to this person, though. Links down below if you want to check it out. Hopefully I don't have to read the whole thing, but I might. Depends. I abruptly end the video. I'll just tell you in the description box down below. Doesn't do much to sway, but even her switching to cartoon hipster is a horny digital download. She takes our barely 3 top hit, revealing her big ol' anime you know what on titties. Her fans shower her with her hearts, her eyed emojis when she uploads a 13-minute lecture of the sexually explicit anime genre or the art it is you know what. It gets more 200,000 views. Let's just say like s'mores, marshmallows. I'm just gonna call it marshmallows. When one eye freezes half closed of the broken doll's followers take the screenshots of a frown over the broken face as the best face. One comment to fans is occasionally glitches and seems to be something like digital dimples. Melanie claims to be the world's first chicken thigh camgirl, though her creators are loath to admit it. Melody is a character of chorus fiction. Melody was designed by anime Digitrex to resemble a fusion popular anime series girl, including Makoto Kusanagi from Ghost in the Shell. His character appearances, physique, speech, and rendering using Unity. Oh, I'm surprised it wasn't Unreal Engine that they didn't use that programming for it. Whatever. A video game engine. Project Melanie has swelled into the multiple phenomenons as she is the world's she if we must on Twitter. I thought Kazuna AI was the first one in my opinion. Is on Twitter, YouTube, and the big granddaddy of them all. I remember once in my teen years. Oof. The fepping of that was insane. I used to do back then. Thank God I lost my V card when I was like 19 though, when I was freshman year of college, but let's keep moving. Melanie has appeared in music videos on Japanese morning shows, and a week and a half ago, Melody appeared. I'm just going to call it Chat Roulette instead of the other site, this site. A site that allows cam-girl models to stream live sexually explicit videos and chat with fans. As Vice reported, the avatar seduced 10,000 followers in just 3 days, and the audience is just nearly 20,000. Oh god, Vice is a piece of freaking crap. They're just as shitty as Kotaku and Polygon, in my opinion. According to Melody's fanbase, there's only the beginnings. Mostly Melody's memes swirl around the same theme. The virtual women are the future, an upgrade to the flesh and blood. The slogan here is endless. The future is now. Reject tradition is modernity. Most sonically, I never see that. Bots, not thoughts. We already know about the Twitch and Mixer thoughts already. There's a bunch of them out there in real life. Thought is a cruel slang for riskiest woman. This is such fucking bullshit. I'm not gonna read that. Force tweet. If you ask Melody, I was given no other option despite the request to speak to an actual human all-star with infection last year was just a basic AI scanned email from malware. I accidentally opened up an email to an adult virus and infected my code. Melody wrote to me in an email, ever since I've been more obsessed with human sexuality. Camming apparently just seems like fun. World building aside, Digivrex seems to have been developed by Project Melody in the brand last year on Twitter, where Melody was first acted as a broken piece of software and then as an AI gradually scientifically or sentient and having interest in a real body. Excuse. How do you make a person with no body? One earlier Twitter tweet reads by Project Melody started streaming on Chat Roulette. I'm gonna call it that. No, that's not the real site. That's another site, but I'm just gonna call it that for now. So I don't want no problems with the algorithm. Let's move on. Has embedded the character with a better command of English and uniquitable sex obsessions. The character suddenly has popularity which wouldn't have happened in the internet culture. I'm going to read it up to here. Wasn't primed online interest in Chicken Tie goes wild. Back in decades, 4chan started as an anime, and Chicken Tie appeals to 4chaners for several reasons. Transgressive, with edgelords can't get enough of it. This is a genre feature with the girls and tails and who's getting it on with tentacle monsters. It's also hypersexualized. Its characters has no automatically impossible bodies, but are often submissive to their male counterparts. For an isolation, a man or a teenage boy, especially one who feels unattractive, there's a thrill. Yeah, I already see where this show's going. I'm talking about like the incels and all this freaking crap. And this is stupid as hell. But anyways, on top of the appeal, the rise of VTubers, Cartoon Virtual Tuber, and other virtual influencers, Hatsune Miku and Kazuna AI, like I said before, Melody's minders, and Melody tells me that Kazune started the entire VTuber genre a few years ago. It wasn't that long ago. It was like late 2017, 2018. Very, very recent, to be honest. So I wouldn't be here without her coming first. Hatsune Miku is a piece of voice processing software that has become a virtual pop star, and an objection to admire Japanese man married a hologram Hatsune Miku 2018. I remember talking about that on this channel, and a million other channels talked about it too, but oh man, that was crazy. This isn't the first time this happens. Yeah, so overall thoughts, views, and opinions. There's nothing really big here. And this has been going on for a long time. If any people remember late 2011, 2012, years ago, I remember in my sophomore, junior year of like college, it was a real big thing. Those MMDs. That was like really, really old school stuff. And then it started getting popular again, I think, 4 years ago, in 2016. So, this right here isn't new. I've seen this crap for so many years. And as somebody that grew up with animes in the 90s, I gotta say this. This is not brand new to me myself. Maybe for like a typical average normie person who's not really big into anime or manga. It's like with like the whole furry fandom, which I'm not even going to get into anything. I'm not even going to poke a stick with that. There's so many documents on that, those type of fandoms, it's ridiculous. So it's crazy. Besides the cringe compilations that came out a couple of years ago, but I don't know, it's just a lot of normies that don't really understand that, especially third wave feminists. So it's like talking to a brick wall with them. Literally, it is. That's all I gotta say for now. I'm out of here. Links to the source box down below. Cards on the side. I'm done. Peace out once again, ladies and gentlemen, bros, women, fanboys, and fangirls. And as always, I'll talk with Nikki Commodities out there. I'll see you and I see you guys a day of a night, wherever in the universe out there. Stay tuned for more future content channel, including video game industry news, anime manga news, reaction videos, and that's it. Peace out, MLS Sauerkraut. Later's gonna bye. I'll see you people on the flip side. Take it easy. I'm going. I'm out. Deuces. And yeah, fuck the person that made this freaking article. He's an asshole. Or she is.